Today, forget everything you're used to seeing here on the Paparazzo Rubro-Negro channel. Today, there's no advertising. Today, there's nothing. Today is a direct conversation with each one of you to fill your hearts with optimism. I sent a message to Felipe. Today is for my grandfather. Today is for your grandfather. Livio saw it. He saw it. Today is for all those who are gone, for all those who are here, and for all those who saw. Today is a day for eternity. And I want to start here. The video bringing a statement from René Simões. He posted it on Instagram. And I already started the day remixing. I want to start with some important statements before discussing the lineups, as today is a historic day. And I also saw the people from S1 Live here, Alan Martins, talking about a dream with Flamengo players from Paparazzo Rubro-Negro. So we're going to react here to some of these comments. Because honestly, I'm really shaken up today. Because my grandfather isn't here, my grandmother isn't here. Many loved ones aren't here to see this. My Uncle Corneta, is in very poor health and deserves to see this title. And us, we've already been through more than we ever imagined this season. We won everything. It's already a magical moment. And today could be the icing on the cake. But nothing takes away what Flamengo did this season. These players deserve all the honor, all the glory. I'll put it here for you to follow along, and let's go.
There won't be a match.
Let's put it here.
I've heard a lot of nonsense. There won't be a match playing against Paris Saint-Germain. There won't be a match. They're too big, too strong. Let me tell you a story. Little Jamaica was going to play against the giant Mexico.
You know about René Simões, a great coach worldwide, a huge figure in football, national teams and all that. Pay attention to this.
And I swear I was really worried up until the morning of the game. On the morning of the game, Reverend Omila, the pastor, would always come and preach to us there. I said, he'll talk about God and it'll help a lot, like always. But that day he asked a question. What is the difference between David's friends and David? Everyone froze, including me. And he said that David's friends thought Goliath was too big to hit, but David, on the other hand, thought Goliath was too big to miss. That game against Paris Saint-Germain, the game against Mexico, it wasn't about tactics, physical technique. It was a mental thing. It's about how I see myself, how I see my opponent. Look, it was hard to hold my players back. And when they got on the field, we won 1-0. We finished first in that game, Flamengo and Paris Saint-Germain. I think everything is very similar, physical, technical. The tactics might vary a bit, but it's all pretty much the same. It's mental here, and I think Flamengo's mentality is very strong. It's going to be a great game, very tough, but Flamengo has a chance, I believe. And remember, live with fair play.
Perfect. We also had Gianni Infantino showing the patch, right? The Intercontinental Champion patch will be worn by today's winner. And let's pay attention here. Now, what I found fantastic, and there is Mr. Waldemar, let's go. Open. I'm even going to ask you to subscribe, to follow everything. I'm going to ask you to follow on all the social networks. We're here on YouTube. We're going to remix while watching this fantastic video where I appear. He put me in the video. I really want to thank Mr. Waldemar, and man, this video really got to me. Let's watch it together. Let's react to it together. Follow Mr. Waldemar on all social media.
The excited roar of the fans took over the city as soon as the game ended. From the North Zone to the South Zone, Rio put aside its differences and dressed in red and black to celebrate the most important title in Flamengo's history. A world champion title in its history.
the charanga, man. Flamengo's charanga. It's spectacular, man. Didico, right, man? Didico is a beast. Didico. Man, this scene with Pat.
After the goal for the third championship, man, all right.
The dreams repeat themselves.
Look, that taxi went viral, you know. SRN 8,125. It went really viral. That's it. That's what happened.
Ah, my love. He put me there with hatred, man. He put me there with spectacular hatred, really spectacular love.
Peace.
The crowd's emotional cheer took over the city as soon as the game ended. That's it.
My friends. There's no way not to get emotional. There's no way not to get emotional. That's it. This audio here is also really good.
When you step onto that field, you need to put your heart into it. Men, cry from your feet. Every drop of blood you have in your body, leave it on the field until the final whistle. If you do that, it's impossible to lose. We might even be behind on the scoreboard at the end of the game, but if you play like this, you can't be defeated. And you can bet that you will. You're gritting your teeth. You finish here and you get that ball. Did you understand how you're gonna play today? The article for this moment is up to you. They will be defeated. This is the opportunity. Power goes there, that's right. And now, the glory.
What you do today will echo through eternity. Echo through eternity. And I'm going to bring here Paparazzo Rubro-Negro because this one turned out fantastic. I also asked for permission. The guys give it. They go live. Breaks it here. It turned out fantastic. Turned out fantastic.
Gentlemen players and members of Flamengo's coaching staff, listen to the sound of silence before the roar. Here, the one speaking to you is the red and black nation. Before you step onto the field, we want you to listen to this message. Look back for a second. A little over a year ago, the situation was different, but you had the courage to reinvent yourselves. You came out of chaos to lift the Copa do Brasil. That was the starting point, the beginning of the era. Since then, you became Super Copa do Brasil champions, Carioca champions, Brazilian champions, and four-time Copa Libertadores winners. You were our avengers. Yes, you made those who owed us pay because no one dies owing us. Now the challenge reaches a new level. The destination is pain, the goal is the world. You represent an entire nation that lives this club every day, that wakes up and goes to sleep with a black and red heart beating strong. You train, play, sweat, and dedicate yourselves. You wear on your chest a heavy jersey, but it's only worn by those who have courage, soul, and history. When you arrive in Doha, Qatar, remember, you are not stepping off alone. With you comes every child who learned to love Flamengo, the fan who cries in the stands with a hoarse voice, who sang in every bar, in every street, in every corner of this country. Fight like warriors, play with your heart, honor the jersey that millions would give anything to wear. Believe in every pass, in every tackle, in every second. Write the final chapter of this story. Enter the select red and black Olympus. Good luck, Avengers. Brazil is ours, America is ours, and the world will be ours too. Because this right here, this is Flamengo.
Yeah, and now I'm going to move you guys, man. Now I'm going to move you guys. And Alan Martins from S1 Live talked about his dream, and that's what the guy's handle is about.
Do you know anyone here who interprets dreams? I turned on a really old radio. It was kind of off the station, but I could hear Apolimpico's voice where he said, I quickly looked to the side and I saw Captain Claudio Coutinho. He held a photo of Felipe Luis while old Lobo Zagallo stood beside him with a photo of Danilo in the number 13 jersey. At the back of the hall, an old man sat with a serene smile. It was Professor Carlinhos playing violin for his people. The three of them pointed to a window, so I ran over there to take a look. A thin old man with a big smile wore a number 8 shirt from Zico's era, but instead of his name, it said Infinite. That really touched me. With tears in his eyes, he looked at me and said, Alain.
Now it's worldwide.
The nation needs me.
It was the entrance to a hallway, so I ran over there to take a look, and it really was a mess. Everyone was talking. I quickly counted and saw that there were 10 boys, 10 teenagers, 10 angels. They had a different glow. They shined like stars. They formed a line there, kind of disorganized, and it ended with a very strong man with a towel on his shoulder. He stood there welcoming each boy. I noticed every boy kissed his hand, and I finally heard a blessing. Mr. Dennis. Most interestingly, there was a locker room behind him. I saw a portal, a light so bright it almost blinded my eyes, and an almost deafening noise coming from there.
Welcome, Alan, to the celestial nation.
Wow, there were all the departed red and black fans, and there Flamengo won, even over physical death. A man put his hand on my shoulder. It was Pelé, with Roberto Dynamite right behind him. I found it interesting that Roberto Dynamite spoke first.
All right, Alain, everything revolves around Flamengo. Zico's mission on planet Earth was exactly to convert all colors to red and blackism. Zico is the idol of idols.
Roberto was so cool that I asked, what about Pelé? Pelé smiled and replied,
I came here to represent the trio. You understand? God in heaven who is red and black, the heavenly king who is me, Pelé, and the earthly and red and black king who the whole nation knows who he is.
At that moment, I started to hear a sound kind of like a little samba, really nice to listen to. It was Arlindo Cruz, playing nothing more, nothing less than goodness. He had photos of Bochecha, Jande de Pilares, Master of Ceremonies Coringa, and Ivo Mireles on a clipboard. I asked, Master Arlindo, why do you have their photos? He replied, Alain.
Right now, I'm inspiring these songwriters so they can release the hit for the Intercontinental Bimundial Alain. All of this is for the people who ask for the world again.
Sensational people. We've already gotten emotional. It's part of it. It's a powerful, intense day for us all. And we know that from today on, your names will be written in eternity. Let me share information about the game. We've already gotten very emotional. Thinking positive, obviously always keeping an eye on what we know. It is the guys from Qatar are the owners of that club, Paris Saint-Germain. The refereeing there, not much experience from the United States. Keep an eye on them. Keep an eye on them. It's always against everything and everyone. The game is at 2 post-meridiem, the final of the 2025 Fédération Internationale de Football Association Club World Cup Intercontinental Cup, Ahmad bin Ali Stadium in Al Rayyan, Qatar. Disney Plus live on Casea Television with Adriano Imperador, Globo on free-to-air and GE Television. Probably Flamengo lineup: Rossi, Varela, Leo Ortiz or Danilo, Leo Pereira and Alexandro, Eric Pulgar, Jorginho and Arrascaeta, Carrascal, Gonçalo, Plata or Cebolinho, Bruno Henrique. Pedro coming on during the match. Probable Paris Saint-Germain lineup: Revalia, Zaire, Emery, Marquinhos, Patio and Nuno Mendes, Vitinha, João Neves and Fabian Ruiz, Kvaratskhelia, Dembele or Barcola, and Doué. Okay. Hakimi is out due to injury and didn't travel to Qatar. The referee is Ismail El Fat from the United States, as I mentioned. Assistants Corey Parker and Kylie Atkins, also from the United States and also from the United States. Is Alan Chapman the video assistant referee? Let's go all in. 2-1 for Mergon today. Tough and exciting, right? We had Luis Henrique, the Paris Saint-Germain coach, speaking. We played against Botafogo, who played a very close game, defending in their own half. We often face matches like this with teams that defend heavily and rarely attack. Flamengo won't play that way. Does the guy know Flamengo's DNA, man? Like, we're fully aware of the importance of this game. It means a lot to us. Making history with Paris Saint-Germain was my goal last season and remains so this season. It's the first time we have the chance to win this trophy. Before, there were clear differences in this kind of competition, but today it's very important for Flamengo and it's also very important for us. The guys will do whatever it takes to win. Yes, okay, it's not unimportant to them, like some people say. They know it's a very important Club World Cup final, okay? Right? But is that it? May God be with us. May we have strength and a lot of optimism to help make this energy happen. We're in this together. Subscribe and enable notifications. Click the bell and leave a like. Hello, black and red fans. This is Flamengo, and the video ends at 1943.